Okay, good morning each and everyone. So my name is Percival Bustamante Jr. and I will be your Prime Minister for today's debate. So, debating on the motion, corruptors should be given that penalty. It is my great honor to open up the debate and discussion for each and every one. So, this is a motion, a policy debate that talks about that any acts of corruption or graft conducted by a public servant or a politician should be given that penalty. Okay, so first let us determine who are the actors here, right? So we have the state, we have the people, and we have the politician. So we live in a world where corruption is rampant in our society, that it became a norm and natural for us to experience corruption and accept an attitude of defeatism. Most of us probably think that corruption is permanent, part of politics, and we cannot do anything about it. We vote for our corrupt leaders, although we know that they will just commit plunder and take kickbacks from the projects that they will be implemented, putting money in their pockets. So, but the government bench refused this premise that we will allow some kind of evil to remain in our society. So, um, my government is proposing, which is according to some lawmakers, will be the most drastic and radical policy ever created to end corruption and the evil root and effect of unending poverty in our country. So our policy is that this house believes that corruptors should be given that penalty. But first, let's define the motion. Corruptors pertain to the corrupt public officials who plunders through direct or indirect stealing money from funds, and that penalty refers to the capital punishment imposed by the society upon its citizens who committed heinous crimes against its citizens. So, and we believe that corruption is the most heinous crime that could ever be committed against a nation, for it stripped a nation of its development and growth of the citizens. So, my first argument to we should impose that penalty to those corruptors because we need to protect the taxpayers' money from thieves and plunderers. So why? It is a primary role of the government to protect the nation from anyone who would harm our citizens, including murderers, rapists, terrorists, plunderers, and yes, corruptors. So they are actually harming the development of our country, the building of the infrastructures, and so on and so forth. That those money could actually fund. Okay, so have every official that would run for any position must open their bank accounts for the public to see and present transparency. Any large increase in their bank accounts will be subject to investigation, and once proven to be ill-gotten wealth, they will receive that penalty. Of course, if the officials know that it's their life on the balance, once they stole the money from the people, they will hesitate and even stop to corrupt. According to the Corruption Perception Index of 2012, the Philippines is the top 64 most corrupt country, while Indonesia, according to the statistics, is top 77 out of 179 countries. So, as you can see, corruptions in the two countries are actually rampant, and being on the middle line of the corruptions index is actually not good for the country, and it's definitely bad. So, what are the benefits if we will implement this policy? First, it would benefit the people. They will be getting the right fund that has been allotted for them free from corruption. So they will get the whole fund for their own needs, for the development of their society, of the development of their community, to build infrastructures, to get more investors to invest in their businesses. So, what is the necessity of this? Okay, the death penalty is the ultimate punishment and enough reason for these corrupt officials to stop their corrupt activities, right? So, the practicability wise is that once corruption has been stopped, there will be continuing growth and development in our society. So imagine that those funds that corrupt officials are putting in their pockets will be used in order to develop our society, in order to make it better for every Filipinos to live in or every Indonesians to live in. It will be a great society where everyone is getting what they deserve and the taxpayers' money are being protected. So what? We had enough of this corruption, and it can only be ended once this corrupt official's life will be the price they pay once they steal public money. If imprisonment is not okay, so this is actually my question for the opposition team. If imprisonment is not enough for the death penalty, uh, it's not enough, and the death penalty will not be implemented, how can you make sure that our government will be free from corruption? So that will be my speech. Thank you so much, everyone. So in summary, we are promoting this policy, which is corruptors should be given that penalty because first, it will protect the taxpayers' money and it will continue the growth of the government and as well as the nation for the better future of our children. So that penalty is the ultimate way in order to stop these corrupt officials from um, lining their pockets with our money. So thank you so much, everyone. God bless us all.